Welcome back to the Right Balance podcast. On this episode, we have co-owner and creator of Cloah Movement. He's also an actor, pro dancer, and fitness instructor, the one, the only, Noah Valinsky. Well, welcome back. Where were you?
I was in Arkansas. I was in Greenbrier, Arkansas.
How long was that?
God, is that fucking good?
Isn't it good? 25 years.
Jesus.
Chivas, 25 years. I usually even buy the 12-year. The 12-year, put some ice. I could drink the whole bottle with the buddy. Zero hangover. But this is 25, extra smooth. I didn't want to put ice, but because the weather's so warm that I thought it should have.
No, it's good.
It's not a shot though. You can just relax and.
I know, but it's just so good.
It's delicious. It's
Yeah,
very.
it's really
and
fucking
the ice
good.
will actually just give it a well-balanced flavor. Here, let's try it one more time.
I'll keep trying
let's
it.
See, let's see. Let's keep trying it. Is Arkansas home?
No, Arkansas is home for Claude's, my wife's, her parents. So her dad works for Snap-on. He's like one of the head training
Snap-on
tools.
The tools, nice.
Yeah. So he's one of the head trainers for like the training managers and everything like that for all the equipment and everything. So he's out there, they live out there, and it's like just green and nothing else.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, and you can walk into Walmart without a line. It's beautiful.
That's amazing. I got a quick request. Maybe like 14 years ago, I had it was cool.
You're 50, bro. You're 50.
Definitely. No, like 14 years ago, I had the Snap-on guy, they drive the cars and the big fucking buses, whatever they have, selling tools.
Right.
And they had a motorcycle kit. They had a little pouch motorcycle Snap-on toolkit, which was fucking awesome. And
It's like a one-off?
I've never seen it, and I can't even find it. I wanted to see if you can,
I'll ask him.
talk to father-in-law about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure we'll all want one. It's badass. It was expensive. It was like $200-$300. I had to sell it because of financial situations back then, and I ended up selling it for
Because
like
you were
220
12.
bucks.
You were 12.
Yeah,
so
because I was 12. And,
financial
the
situation.
sweatshop.
When was that?
Yeah, 2008. I owned my own business.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but ask, because I don't know.
No, I will.
I don't know if it was a one-off, but
It might be. They do that stuff. Like I have a Snap-on wine opener that is like the nicest wine opener. Like my son has a Snap-on blanket.
What?
I swear to
What?
God. They have everything. Like he has a Snap-on coffee mug. There's a Snap-on Yeti. They have a Snap-on grill. I just found out
Shut
about.
out. Shut
This
up.
looks
podcast
just like
brought
a-
to you by Snap-on Tools. Having trouble in the bedroom? Just snap
Snap
it
it
on. I'm kidding. This is not sponsored. No, they do. So they do one-offs, and
They do tons of stuff. It's like really crazy. I didn't really realize all that stuff. It's insane.
It's amazing when you know somebody for a company, how much stuff they promote and create and do.
You should see the garage.
But I'm surprised I can't find that. I'm really losing my fucking mind. Like
I'll ask about it.
You don't understand. It was like premium, Snap-on quality toolkit, and it had everything. I mean, for me, this was, again, 2007 or something. When you would buy, with Harley, when you would buy a motorcycle,
They give you a kit, right?
They give you a little toolkit, but it's a piece of shit. It's a cloth.
It's like a nice jack for a car. It's
Yeah,
like this big SUV, and then they give you this shit
It's
jack you have to turn
but
around.
like the tools almost look fake, It's like flat tools that just barely go around the bolts and screws. And when I got this thing, I mean, I'm still talking about it. We're 5 minutes in. I'm talking about a fucking toolkit that I had 14
Sad.
years ago. I'm traumatized.
find out about
Anybody
this right
that can
now.
get a hold of this toolkit and call me or get it for me, shit.
What is
I
this?
would
A
be in debt.
Snap-on motorcycle?
Yeah, Snap-on motorcycle. Yeah, it was just a motorcycle toolkit. Yeah, he's texting right now and
Yeah, sorry,
trying
one
to
second.
see. No, it's amazing. But it was definitely one of the best convenient tools one can have. It was like, it's like Leatherman. You know Leatherman, right?
Yeah, of course.
The multi-tools. It's like they would only do knives, and then they did this one multi-tool once.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, this is the greatest thing in the world, and now you can't find one. That's how it felt.
Well, I mean, I just text him, so
That'd be awesome.
I just like it when somebody talks about something. I want to be like, okay, what's this? I want to do it
Yeah,
right away. Otherwise,
we're too busy and we forget. Tell me
Yeah.
about Arkansas.
I feel like you gonna say something. You're just waving those hands at me.
No,
I
he
do that
randomly is picking up his hands. I don't know why, but
I don't know what to do with my hands.
yeah,
It's like,
Will
I'm
Ferrell.
doing
Yeah,
this thing. But yeah, no. Arkansas was great. Like it was just
Peaceful.
Yeah, so we were going to go there. And my wife was like, oh, we got to get out of here. And I was like, cool. Let's go to Arkansas. I was like, cool. All right. So
you guys drove?
Yeah, we drove.
Nice.
So
how far is the drive just so we know?
it's, we stopped at Albuquerque because her brother lives in Albuquerque.
Nice.
So that's about almost 12 hours. And then after Albuquerque to Greenbrier, that's straight off the 40. And that's about 13 hours.
Do they not get along, the family? You got one in California, one in Albuquerque, and one in Arkansas. Like, do they just, I'm kidding.
I was like, no, they're actually really a really cool family. It's kind of makes you sick.
They get along.
Yeah. Like they're a really cool family. Like perfect mom, dad, son, daughter. Everybody's happy. Everybody loves
The
each
American
other.
family that people dream of.
Yeah. Except for they're like French Canadian. So it's the French Canadian American
even nicer.
dream.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, not at all. It makes me sick. They're like, where'd you grow up? I'm like, don't ask me.
Do not ask. How long were you in Arkansas for?
5-6 weeks.
It was a minute.
Yeah.
It was a minute. We were trying to get you on here for
We missed
a while.
it for a little bit.
Oh my God. I was looking at the posts and the motorcycle riding and I was like, son of a,
Why
can I
not
swear on
me?
here? Can I swear?
Yeah, of course. You
Cool.
can,
Bitch.
yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a
No,
bitch.
I hear you. It's such a tone, beautiful,
that?
beautiful tone when you say that. Anyway, so where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago, Chicago, Illinois.
You get
Yeah.
all rumor has. I've been there once for the summer, which was hot as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's humid.
it's humid.
It's humid.
It has all 4 seasons, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You got extreme winters, extreme summers, perfect spring, perfect fall, right?
Perfect fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the best season. To be
What
honest.
part of Chicago?
Which part of Chicago?
Uh-huh.
Like you want the actual streets?
No, I
No,
want
what part?
Fullerton and Kedzie, Logan Square,
Logan
Is
Square.
that
North
right?
side.
North side.
Not
North
the south
side.
side.
Are you representing?
Whoa.
I could be representing.
Is there some like
Pride?
rivalry here going on?
No, just that's where it was. It's on the north side. You know, what I mean, you have the north side, you have the south side, and then you have the suburbs.
Is the South Side similar to at all to Shameless, the show?
Yes. I mean, not as, as TV, because TV,
Makes it
even if
happier.
it's fucked up, it looks glamorous.
Right.
You're like, oh, I can deal with
I
that.
can totally deal with that.
But like, also, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, thinking about how somebody lived. And I think I was thinking about my wife's family. I was like, man, and then how I lived and different things. And I go, when you're living it, it doesn't seem that bad. Like, you're like, okay, this could be fucked up, but you're like, this is just how it is.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you look back and I was like, I didn't have a problem with that. Then I
No,
thought it was okay.
it was
And
the
then
normal.
now I look back and I talk about it. Somebody's like, man, you really did that? And I was like, yeah, I don't see what the problem was.
No, people don't understand, and there's a I don't want to call it a saying, but people say.
Do people say it?
A lot of people actually
Then it's a
say.
saying.
I was actually just walking around and somebody was saying it. It is a saying.
Was it you? Was it you
And
the one who
the
was
saying
saying it?
was the saying was, you know what you don't know, but you don't know what you do not know.
Yeah.
So like right now, you see, Jaime's confused, and many people will get confused.
It was in English. That's why.
Yeah, it was in English, exactly. No, lo que estaba diciendo es, tú sabes. So the thing is, and what that means is, if you go really deep into it, like, what you don't know, meaning, I know I can't fly a plane. I know I can't work on a helicopter. I know I can't do this. I know,
Right.
the stuff that we know what we don't know.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is the things you never even experimented, or it's never even crossed your thoughts.
Right.
It's so far, like, you grew up in a certain condition. I grew up in a certain condition that when I look now, I'm like, fuck, that's ridiculous. I don't even see it normal now, even though I lived through it.
Right.
But at that moment and at that place, it was
Right.
like, this is my life.
Yeah, it's not like you
I don't
don't
know
think of
anything
anything
outside of this, because
Yeah.
this is my life.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
Same thing when you're a kid. You know what you want to be, but you don't know anything else.
Yeah, it makes
so
sense.
so
Makes
now
sense.
I'm gonna say in a deeper voice. You know what you don't know, but you don't know what you.
Don't know.
That's right.
That's
So
great.
anyway,
So-
right back to you. We're gonna throw it. So in Arkansas, Chicago, comparing your family versus your wife's family.
Yeah.
It's complete opposites, huh?
Yeah. I have 4 sisters. I'm in the middle. Dad worked a lot. Mom, she was cool.
But dad was around, right?
Yeah, but I think like he came from that, like, I don't know how to raise kids generation, and I realized as I got older, it was just mainly scary for him. So like, yeah, he was around, but he wasn't like around. Like, I can't look at it and look back and go, just waving those hands around again. It's like, but like I can't look back and be like, okay, cool. I didn't watch sports with them. It was just like because it was 4 sisters, and then you got mom and everything like that. So then I kind of just did what the hell I wanted to fucking do.
Yeah,
like
I mean that was the norm.
Yeah, like I was.
And you
like,
were also the only man in the family, and you were
right.
Like,
and like, what are you gonna tell me? And basically my sister would be like, he got away with everything. And it wasn't that I got away with shit. It was that I knew what the consequences were and didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Because I was like, it's always going to be worth the squeeze because I could look back and go, oh, I can deal with this punishment.
Well, just to make things clear for the people that are listening, what age time in your life are you talking about that you're doing this? You weren't doing this at 7 years old. Like, fuck you guys, I'm doing whatever I want. I'm 7. Like,
I mean, it wasn't too far off from that, but like
12, 13?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I think literally I could say maybe starting at around 10, 11. And then moving into that, like I would hang out with gangbangers at like 13 in some serious areas of Chicago that like I should not intense. Be in. And you're 13 and you're white. It's like not what you're supposed to be doing.
It's not working, but it's working.
But it was fine.
But it was accepted.
Yeah.
Especially in Chicago. It's very diverse.
As long as you're not even walking through like neighborhoods, like as long as you're not a fucking idiot and you get it, like.
And you give people the right respect and get along.
And nobody's going to fuck with you. You could walk and see somebody like even down the street and be like, that guy's a dick. Or you'd be like, oh, okay, that guy gets it. Like, it's just that. And if you're cool, you're cool. That's it.
Yeah. No. Well, you see, for me, at the age of 12, between 12 and 16, it was fucking crazy times. That was a really crazy time in my life. Yeah. And in my neighborhood, I knew, like the Crips, and I knew the Bloods, and I hung out with everybody, and nobody, I wasn't part of any one thing. You were cool. Yeah, I was just kind of cool, and I would go to each part. It was weird. I would see even people fight, and they would fight like in front of me, but I was never involved.
You're just being real with the situation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you kind of grow up with like that. And I don't know. I relate to you that 12, 16-year-old was really fucking insane. I was going to raves and parties.
Yeah, same. I was doing drugs. Like I started drugs, I think.
Tried acid.
Oh man, have you tried acid and ecstasy at the same time?
No, I tried.
They called it candy flipping. That's what I remember. And man, that fucked you up. Cause like it's
and you were 12?
13,
14.
14.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
no, bro.
Because I used to go to this roller rink, right? Remember when like malls were cool? I would just roller skate, mess with chicks, and try drugs. I don't know. It was weird. It was like the coolest place that I can remember in my entire life. And then I started going to clubs after that and raves and shit. My friend was like, you want to go to some club? And I was like, no, man, there's girls here.
Well, hold on, time out. Not only were you going to clubs, but wasn't DJ Bad Boy Bill or somebody from Chicago?
First of all, that is a motherfucking G. I love that
G,
man.
Right?
Bad Boy Bill is the shit. Bad Boy Bill, Mix and Mark, like even like this DJ Marksky from this Euro house shit. Like we used to party at his house. Like he used to DJ at the club I went to after that. And
Fist bump just happened.
Excitement, man. It was our childhood. Actually, Bad Boy Bill
I had to document it.
No, it's hilarious because Bad Boy Bill just did a live performance on Facebook last week.
He's so good. And I want to give a shout out if even this man even hears this or anything like that. His name was Josh the Funky One. This motherfucker could scratch like I've never heard. I don't care who you are. Just would scratch and just make these records, and it was just the shit. And it was called, one of them I think was called the All Yeah Scratch, and I was pretty sure that he like, okay, we need to open the top of this water bottle because that's what's happening right now because Jaime can't do it himself.
He's on the mixer.
Yeah.
No, tell me about the DJ. I'm hooked.
So like it was just this, it was called the All Yeah Scratch. So it'd be like I can't fucking scratch. I'm not beatboxing like that, but it'd be like oh yeah, and it was just hit. And every time you heard that, you were like fuck, like your blood started pumping.
We're talking just to give people a timeline. We're talking 92, 93, 94 around there.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
Me?
Yep.
30. I'm 36. Fuck.
Oh, we're right there.
I'm 36 years old.
We're right there. Jaime, shut the fuck up. Guys, and Jaime just left the room.
How old are you?
37. 37, gonna be 38 this year.
But yeah, no, that was like the thing, man. That's how I like learned how to dance and shit because I wanted to pick up chicks. That's all I knew. Was roller skating,
and I was gonna say,
Wait. So that was my first question. Yeah. Well, how did you learn how to dance? Just
Okay,
when you were 13, you were in ecstasy and
and acid
and
liquid G and whatever else. But like, I started out the roller rink, and then I was like the cool guy at the roller rink, you know. And then basically, I was like, okay, my friends were like, let's go to the club. And I was like, no, man, I got all the girls I want here. Everything's cool. He's like, there's way more girls there. And I was like, cool, let's go. That's all you had to say. And then like, if you did shit like that, like guys don't dance like at that time.
No.
Like,
no.
I mean,
very limited.
Yeah. So like you would dance and people would be like, oh my God. And then they'd think of sex or that's what you thought. That's what you thought. You know what I'm saying? And you ran with it. And I think honestly, whether or not I was good at the moment, at that time or anything, it wasn't about
you were
that.
trying.
I was fucking confident and I believed that this shit worked. And as long as I believed that that shit worked, it worked. And nobody could tell me I was anything else.
So at that time, from picking up girls with dancing, did you think that your future was ever going to be dancing?
No fucking way. There's no way. I just battled at clubs and danced,
That's
and that's
fucking
it.
hilarious.
And like that's
I know.
all
I know
did.
it's a lot, but what happened since 13-year-old drug club Noah until
To 36-year-old drug
36-year-old
club Noah with a baby.
the baby making professional dancer, beach body trainer Noah?
I'm a trainer.
you
I'm just
know-
like on the videos.
Sure.
Well, quick question. Let's to continue Jaime's question.
Yeah.
Who are you, and what do you do?
Who's your daddy and what does
Who's
he
your
do?
dad? What does he do? Give me information.
My name is Noah Valinsky. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a professional choreographer and dancer, and I act as well.
That's badass.
Yep.
How did you get into it?
I started out at the roller rink, then started going to clubs, and then I was VIP at that club that I would go to. I would mainly stay at this one club. I'm going to shout
Now, the club age, we're 17, 18, 18, 19.
Still 15 to like 17.
15, 17.
14 to 17 maybe, I think around that time. It had to be. I feel like those years were so fucking long. And then when I talk about it, I'm like, it was only a few. But it shaped my life. So then a Pink came to the club. And she was
a what?
Pink. Remember Pink?
Yeah, Pink.
When
Pink,
she
the
first
singer.
started, like even Christina Aguilera, like they had run through these clubs. And one of her dancers was there and I was like, how do you do this? Like you're up there with a star, an artist. Like I've pretty much done everything else. Like, how do you do that? And they gave me a phone number and I was like, tight. And it was a 310 area code. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I haven't traveled. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this is.
What's Chicago's area codes?
Well, I mean, now I don't know, but it was 630-312-773. God, there's a couple more I'm forgetting, but those off the top.
Yeah, but you see 310, you're like, wait.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is that? So then I get this number, I'm like, cool. And then I don't think anything of it and I save it. And then at this time, I'm doing a lot of things to pay my rent besides working. So, and I was getting into a lot of fucking trouble. And I was like, I need to leave.
Let's define trouble.
I was stealing. I was getting into fights. I was scamming to like pay my rent. This one time, oh my God, I got to tell you this scam because it was so fucking funny. I got caught. So I literally was like,
And you got caught.
yeah, oh my God. But the way I got caught, so I would tell a girl, okay, everybody, I'm not like this now. Okay, I'm married with a child. I'm very happy and everything works
Responsible,
out.
fucking working
And I
hard, do
respect
multiple
women,
things.
everything. Like it's not like it is, but whatever. You got to crawl before you walk.
That's right.
So basically I would be like, hey, my friend's in jail. I need money to bail him out.
That's not that bad.
It's not that
That's
bad.
not that
but
bad
when the girl
at
goes,
all.
what jail? But this was just one time that was really funny, right?
Right.
And I mean, I'd have girls that would write me checks and give me money. Like it would just work. So I was, stick with what works until it doesn't. Then you try something else. So then she goes, what jail? And I was like, there's either DuPage or there's Cook County, right? And I go, DuPage? Just guessed. She called me back and she's like, oh, my dad's a sheriff there. Adam hasn't been there in fucking, since blah, blah, blah. And I was like, shh, fuck. And I was like, she just caught me because her dad worked there and she couldn't even look it up. And I was like, God damn it, man. Fuck you.
So 50% chances that she couldn't cut you.
Yeah.
Well,
I could have said Cook County, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, she might have her uncle.
Yeah,
Working in the other one.
Did you have any scams that did work?
I mean, that worked a lot.
That worked a lot.
That
so
worked
you
a
did
lot.
That
was
was just
like
one girl that
was just one time that was a
it.
funny story that I got caught. But
I
like,
got it.
I mean,
What were the fucking chances?
you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You're running all these different scams, and you're like,
I
whatever.
just wasted my breath on this scam, and you fucked it up for me.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh man, and you feel bad kind of when you're doing this shit, but you're like, how else am I gonna survive? I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird limbo phase you're in, but I don't know. It was that, and then eventually I left and I went to California, and I was like, oh shit, this is an area code I'm in. I'm gonna call it, and so it was an agency.
So wait a minute, you got the 310 number.
Yeah.
You didn't know what 310 was. Now somehow you're in LA.
I moved to LA,
and you're like looking at the yellow pages, and you see 310.
No,
like, wait a minute.
I am. I'm just there for a little bit. I'm there for like maybe a couple months, I think, and then I find the number in all my shit. I'm like, wasn't there this number? What am I going to do with my life, right? Somebody said, call this number. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I don't know anybody here. I don't have any friends. I'm like, let me call this number, this magic number. And it was an agency. It was DDO at the time. Now it's Movement Talent Agency, MTA, I believe it is. So I called them and they were like, yeah, we're having auditions and it's at blah, blah, blah studio and blah, blah, blah time. I'm like, sweet. I have no idea what they're talking about. So I go to Tower Records on Sunset and I'm like, I need to buy something I could dance to that I have some kind of routine to, and then I can also freestyle. And so I got a Basement Jaxx CD. You guys know Basement Jaxx at all?
No,
It's
idea.
fucking awesome. All right. I'll show it to you guys later. But like, it was so dope. And I'm thinking I'm just going to have to freestyle and leave. And they're going to like me or not. There are hundreds of people there. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I have no idea what's going on.
X Factor.
Yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool. So like I start to dance. They narrow it down to people. We're learning choreography from this guy. I don't even know who he was or what's going on. I could barely see him. And then we end up facing the mirror because that's how you learn choreography. And then they turn and face the other way. And I'm like, cool. So you can't watch yourself and you just kind of like do your shit. And I did it. And I didn't get cut. And they signed me. And they signed like 10 people from that audition. They were like hundreds. And I was like, well, this is the shit. And then I went on and I did a Pizza Hut commercial. I did Austin Powers Gold Member.
Did you really?
Yeah,
What'd you do on
they
Gold Member?
fucking cut my part. I still get residuals though.
Holy
really?
shit.
Still to this day.
But what was it? What was
we
the
were
part?
we were 3 lockers, right?
With 3 what?
Lockers. So this is a 70s dance style where you
Right,
like
right.
lock your body in like a position. It's like
Ah,
super
got
like,
it.
you know what I
Locker.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
everybody says pop and lock, but it's not. It's popping and or locking. It's 2 different styles.
Popping
right?
and or locking.
Yeah, it's not pop and lock. It's not. It's locking or it's popping. So it's
Right,
2
right.
things. But
That's today's fun fact.
yeah, right. So I literally was like at this audition. My thing was this: if you could do it, I could do it. And I don't know where the fuck I got that, but it had helped me for so long in my life. And then like, still kind of to this day, but like I went to this audition and these guys were doing this dance and I have no idea what the fuck it is. And I'm like, okay, well, this guy's really good. So I'm going to fucking copy this dude. And I got the fucking job. And it was awesome. So then I did me and these 2 other guys. We got up, get up these wigs, everything like that. And then we're by this bar. And then Mike Myers comes skating through on his roller skates.
Nice.
And he just runs into us and he's like, goddamn pop lockers, and then fucking skates off. And
Was he fucking around or he was being
that's
a
what
dick?
the line
that's
was,
the line.
right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the line.
Oh,
And
that
then,
was-
yeah. And then we were like, what the fuck? Like, and it was this huge thing. And he's hilarious. And he's such a nice guy. And that's all we did for 12 hours was do that. And then
And you get residuals from that?
I still get residuals. I think I got one the other day for like $1.
So how long was this ago?
Fuck.
How long was Austin
I don't know. I
Powers?
want to say 97, 98, but I no. Jamie, pull that shit up.
we don't have him yet.
Somebody do the fucking math on that. Hold on.
Oh,
let
it's
me
fine.
see.
So it's around like what, 20 years ago?
Hold on, my.
We're pulling up. In the meantime,
you know,
while we're on our phone trying to
these-
figure out
yeah,
this
these
date.
2
Maybe
grandparents.
18?
These 2
Is that 18
grandparents
years ago?
are pulling their phones.
I would just like to point out the shirt you're wearing.
I know.
We're talking
He's
about grandpas. You know what I mean?
The only
and this
person
guy's
dressed
wearing
like a grandpa.
shirt from fucking Weekend at Bernie's.
2002.
Look in Miami with his
2002.
2002.
So you're still 17. No,
18.
Yeah, 17, 18 years
18.
old.
Yeah.
And you've been in LA since then?
Yeah, on and off. I kept going back to Chicago for like 3 months, 6 months, trying to figure it out. But I've pretty much stayed in LA since then.
So what happened since then until Beachbody?
So like, there's so much shit that I'd like try to like just give Cliff Notes. The Cliff Notes is this. I basically started dating this girl, and then like I stopped dancing and moved back to Chicago for love.
That's fucking
And
terrible.
it was such a stupid idea.
So admirable.
Don't do that.
I told you, I went from give me your money to I love you so much.
To take my money. To take my money.
Take my money. But then, so I didn't tell anybody. I just left. I didn't tell my agent, nothing like that. And then I came back and it was like, okay, I can't do that again. Like, I don't know what happened. I was just like, I'm not going to do that. And then I used to go to Brennan's on Lincoln Boulevard in Marina Del Rey. And they have turtle racing every Thursday. I think they still have
Turtle racing?
Oh, that's amazing.
Really?
That is an amazing idea. I mean,
How long does that fucking last?
Yo, it's so funny because sometimes the turtle is gone and then these motherfuckers just sit there, or they'll get to the end and then they'll turn back and you're like, fucking no. And if you point, it scares the turtles. What am I doing with my hands?
Quotations.
Thank you. And then if you point, you pay $5. So there's a jar.
There's
they
a penalty.
stop the race
There's a
and they
penalty.
put out, and there's a penalty. You point again is $10, and like so. What happens is there's this like turf in a circle. There's a white line at the end, and then there's a white circle in the middle, and a plexiglass circle. And they put all the turtles in there, and then they lift it, and then whoever wins, and
That's
you can win something. And then there's a grab bag full of shit from the dollar store. You can win like maxi pads to like
fucking 99-cent condoms.
to fucking SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, to top
That's
ramen,
right.
10-pack top
Right?
ramens.
That's great.
Yeah,
It's a great game.
It's a great game, and then you just get
Well,
wasted.
I think the genius part of that game is that the owner or the manager tells the owner, hey, we're going to do turtle racing. Well, how are we going to make money with that? Well, we're going to buy stuff from the 99-cent store and give that as a grand prize. But how do we profit from that? Well, if anybody points, we'll charge them $5.
Yeah.
That's
what's
genius.
exactly.
And
That's
then
absolutely
everybody's
genius.
there. Like, and there's drinking, and it was so much fun. And then one day a friend of mine, I actually did community service with him. I was like, yay, when I moved to LA.
Did you do community service because you volunteered to do community service or because?
No, no, not at all. Because I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. I'm going to move to LA. Nobody's going to know me. I'm not going to be on anybody's record. This is going to be beautiful. Wrong. I don't know.
True.
Not true at all. So I was doing community service because I don't know what I got. What ticket, arrested, I don't fucking know, something or both.
One of them.
Right? But I'm like, I did community service because out here in LA, you can do community service on the beach.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So this is the shit. Yeah. So like you could literally do community service on the beach. So I do it with this guy. His name's Ian. He's a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see him at this bar. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, I live down the street. I'm like, that's awesome. And then we become friends. And then he goes, he works for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. Like some of the first seasons, right? He worked for The Bachelor, Bachelorette.
What do you mean he worked? What
He was
did he do exactly?
He was, I think he was a production coordinator, right? I think he was a production coordinator or a production assistant, but he got me the job like $100 a day. Cool. So I go and I become this production assistant for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette for like a while. I'm doing that, whatever.
You didn't like that.
No, it was good. I was making good money. I was around like
This, but you didn't have the extreme intrigue of am I gonna get caught and finishing in the beach doing community service again? What's that? Why didn't you have in that job?
I mean, it was cool. Like, there was parties, there was beer, there was, it was rose ceremonies. It was fun. I worked on a bunch of different shows after that. And then, what did I fucking do? And then I just stopped. I became a club promoter in Hollywood.
Why does it seem everybody in our age group became a club promoter?
I don't know. It was like, I just couldn't get into clubs. And then I was like, how do I get into clubs? And then I became a club promoter. I was always good at bullshitting.
So somehow you didn't have enough friends to get in the clubs.
No.
But you got in to be a club promoter.
And then I had all the friends.
Yeah,
And then you had all the friends.
That's weird.
One of the greatest ones was I had a good friend of mine. We were selling cars together. he would get into all the clubs on the weekends, the busiest clubs in Hollywood, Sunset, whatever the case. Hey, Robert, let's go to a club. I'll get you in, no problem.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I never knew how he did it. And then I found out how he did it. He's like, hey, Robert, I got you into a lot of clubs. I need your help. And I'm like, what do you need? He goes, I need you to come out with me Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm like, well, all right, what? I don't know for what, but let's do it. He had a little hot dog stand. And he would go and set up on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's when all the celebrities go to the clubs.
Right.
The public goes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The celebrities go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He would set up a hot dog stand, not to make money, not to do anything, but he would hook up the security with free hot dogs. So he would sell some hot dogs, and then when the securities were done, he would give them fucking free hot dogs.
God damn it.
So now comes Friday, Saturday, we roll in. Hey guys, VIP, come on in.
What a hero.
It didn't matter how fucking big the line was. I thought that was one of the good scams.
That's nice.
Like that literally, that's awesome.
And he made shitty, and he bought the cheap fucking hot dogs, like nothing gourmet, regular fucking cheap ketchup, no organic, no nothing. People don't fucking care.
Fucking dollar store ketchup.
Yeah,
you got
at 3 a.m. you don't care what you put in your body.
You don't give a
He got the dollar store ketchup from Brennan's.
That did your face when you said that. That's just, you can't. At 3 a.m. Quote, Hyman says at 3 a.m. you do not care what you put in your mouth. No, we do care. Jeez. Anyways, so that hustle.
So anyways, I mean, that was cool. We had a hustle like that. Me and my friends had a hustle like that in Chicago. We were underage drinking, and like we would go to the clubs and the bars, and there was something to do every night at a different club, right? I feel bad saying this, but I don't care because I feel like bad like putting those people under the bus right now, but that's what happened. So my buddy worked for Hilton downtown, and Chicago's so dope for their industry people, and they really take care of industry, and they'd have industry nights and stuff like that. And all you got to show is a paycheck stub that you work for the city, and they're like, come in, just whatever. It doesn't matter if there's a line, who's there, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's one of those proud states.
Yeah.
They unite.
But it's cool because everybody takes care of their own, which is nice. But like, so we were like, fuck, how do, only one of us worked for the city. I don't even remember if I worked at all. I was just such a bum. But we made paycheck stubs off the computer and then had these shears that cut like teeth, so it looked like small teeth on the paycheck stub, and then you would fold it a bunch, you put your name on there, the date, and you fold it a bunch, wear out the
paper, give it creases.
Yeah, so me and two of my friends were known as Hilton boys for a little while with these clubs, just as like, not like it was a cool thing, but just from us. It's not like somebody walked in and it was like, oh, it's the Hilton boys, like, but it was it was the thing. And we would just get in free everywhere. And we would just use these paycheck stubs.
That's awesome.
To fucking hustle. It was the shit.
How difficult was it for you to get into clubs before you were, well, fuck. I mean, I'm already thrown off. It's 21 and over for clubs, right?
Yep.
What was the youngest age you were able to get into the clubs, and how did you do it?
18 maybe?
18?
Maybe before that.
Fake ID?
Because I wasn't going to city clubs before that. Yeah, but it was bad. And then it was so bad.
It was just so terrible. Bad.
But like I said before, I was like, with the dancing women thing, like I was ready to bullshit and be confident and look you in your eye, and I wasn't going to blink. And they'd be like, and I think people would just do that because they were like, this is cool. Like that kid's not going to fucking say anything. Like if somebody looks you in the eye and it's like really deadpan, you're like, that guy's not going to, even if something went down,
he's not going to crack.
He's not going to fucking crack.
Yeah.
Okay, he's cool. And that's really all that fucking matters.
And not only that, but we'll make up another excuse. We snuck in, we came in from the back, if it even got to that. It's not.
Man, I did that I used to do that in Hollywood so much. Just go in the back of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Go through the club.
My favorite was my good friend of mine, Gio Romo. We used to live in LA. He comes from a very wealthy family, and we lived in a nice place by Park La Brea. We lived off Cochrane, and we would go see the Spasmatics at Dragonfly. Remember Spasmatics? How fucking great!
God, those are
love fucking Spasmatics.
Awesome.
So super badass band. It's an 80s cover band. Haim is confused. He doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, but I am following. But at least I'm thinking that if it's an 80s cover band, this is after the 80s.
No, it's
so his timeline is correct.
So no, 100.
So he's up to speed.
His calculation is correct.
Whatever.
So we would go there. We'd go there every whatever fucking day it was, Saturday or Sunday, whatever the case is. And there was a night where we couldn't get in. It was just packed. Our fucking guy wasn't there. Whatever.
Yeah.
We went around. We climbed the wall. Gio's 6'5", 6'4", 6'5".
Jesus.
Dude, we climbed the wall. I was able to jump and get in and land smoothly. A guy 6'4" won't land smoothly. It was so obvious the way that he landed that everybody in the fucking club looked, and the security's like, guys, you got to get the fuck out. And he's like, what? Like, he's getting up. I've been here all night. What do you mean?
trying to leave this way. This isn't the way out? What?
It was fucking insane. But anyways, I was just thinking about that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's funny. But like back to
Like sneaking and jumping over walls.
Like it's just like
that's
that's fucking what you did. My dad would tell me all these cool stories about stuff like that, hitchhiking, sneaking into club. You know, it's cool stuff like back in the 70s. And and I'm like, man, I want to do that shit.
The 70s are not dead.
No,
you can recover.
You can tell by your shirt.
Yeah.
I did one hitchhiking once.
I used to do it all the time,
bro. I only did it once,
awesome.
and it I was fine.
Yeah,
but you think about it, it's pretty fucking scary.
When you think about it now, you're like, that's so stupid.
Oh, it's so fucking stupid. But I did it. I was like 15 years old, and I was like, "Fuck, man! Like, what am I doing?" I remember I didn't want to put my seatbelt on. I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm jumping out of the car at any fucking moment, and it was smooth. God bless. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Don't fucking do that.
No, I mean, especially
we didn't
now.
have Ubers, and we didn't have lifts, and you didn't have fucking. You couldn't rent a scooter on the side of the fucking road and unlock it with an
You didn't have
app.
anything to fucking do any of that shit. I barely had a pager. I was lucky if I had that.
The fucking sideways pager.
Oh yeah, man! I had the clear one with the gold chain on it with the hip case. I was a G.
So what do you? So you were at the working in production.
So working production, and then eventually I got to club promoting, and then from there I wasn't working that much after that, and then I was living with this girl. She was an escort.
Dun, dun,
and she was like, I'll pay the bills if you just make sure everything's safe. And I was like, that's not a problem because I'm used to keeping everything safe. But so whatever.
That's a great deal.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, even I had a friend of mine, she would always be gone traveling, doing her escort things.
Well, no.
What do you mean? What do you mean safe? So you had to go with her to houses?
That was my
Like if she was here, like I was around. You know what I mean? Like I would make sure she was cool. Like airport, whatever she needed. Like I would just help. We go into clubs, like promoting. She'd come. She'd bring her friends that were escorts. They would drink. They would stay with us. It'd be safe. Safe Hollywood.
Right. Just have somebody.
People could think that you're the pimp.
I
No,
didn't
maybe
make
possibly.
any. Well, I mean, I didn't make any money, but
they
like,
could think
I
that.
didn't not have things.
Yeah.
It's a gray area, I guess.
Quick story before you continue. I was doing this. Production with Mario Andretti, and we were doing this fucking sick ass car. It was called The Real Thing, and basically it's this Boss 494 motor. They made 10 of them for Mario Andretti in 1978. It was so powerful that right now, when they restarted it, it was pushing like 800 horsepower.
Jesus.
And what happened is that it was so fast, and because the old cars were unibodies, he couldn't get a lap because what would happen is he would just completely like just fucking do donuts and spin out and everything. Anyways, long story short, this guy Tom Fry from the garbage company, he bought 3 of the motors. Then he had Bodie Stroud build a car. And the car came out to like $700,000. And now we're in Vegas producing a video of Mario Andretti seeing the car. The point of the story is one of the guys that I brought along was working kind of like an agent or broker, whatever you want to call it. He called an escort. And I didn't know he called an escort. Good for him. So what I did was I rented a house in Vegas because it was for the SEMA show back in 2011, I think. And for the SEMA show, I rented a house because I had to bring like maybe 20 people.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's knocked out. I want to go get some smokes. I get in the car. I get in my truck. I had a Chevy Avalanche at the time. I get in my truck, and there's a car parked behind me. And I'm like, whose fucking car is this behind me? You know, what's going on?
The guy
here?
inside?
There's a guy, and then I get off the car. Well, thanks for ruining the story. I get off the car, and there's a guy sitting in the driver's side, and the window's fucking half open. I'm like, yo, what are you doing here, man? This is our fucking house. We rented this. What the fuck do you want? And he's like, huh? And I'm like, bro, get the fuck off the fucking property. Move the fuck out of the way. I need to get out of I need my truck. Get the fuck out of here. And the guy's just like not doing nothing. He's not moving. He's not saying anything. I say a third time. I'm like, yo, get the fuck off the fucking property. This is our fucking place. He starts the car. He backs out and gets out. I go to the store, I go to the gas station, grab some smokes, come back. It takes me like 15 minutes. The car's still there, but it's like parked like a little further.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. And when I walk into the house, I look to the right, there's a pair of high heels inside. And I'm like, oh shit, this guy's fucking the pimp.
Yup.
And the escorts in the house.
That's
This
right.
motherfucker.
Or the driver. At
But
some
let me-
point they
or
do.
the driver.
Was he driving a nice? Was he in a nice
I
car?
don't
or
remember
was it
the
like a
car,
just
man. It was pretty intense.
piece of shit blue Corolla or
No,
something?
it was a decent car.
It was my car.
Yeah. It was a
Sorry.
piece of shit Prius in 2000. No. I don't remember the car, but anyways, so she wanted protection.
It's like I don't know what it was. It was like she could have told me anything, and I've been like, yeah, just fucking. I don't have a place to live.
I'll
Rent free,
I'll take care of
power
it.
free.
I'll take care of it. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. Like I had a girlfriend at the time. No, did I? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Beginning I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't, and then I did, then I didn't.
Nice.
It's one of those relationships, right?
Yeah.
All with the same girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then eventually, so-
Healthy.
yeah, very healthy,
Normal.
Yeah, we take breaks, we go back, we love each other more. You know what I mean? It's all about taking breaks. So-
Is it the saying if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, don't
was meant
take
to
it
be.
back because nobody wanted it?
yes,
That's exactly what it
It was
is.
exactly the saying. I was going to say that, but
Yeah,
you
but
beat me.
science.
Science.
My hands.
So, just look at his face. No. So, and then she was gonna move, and she's like, "I'm leaving to Denver or something," and I was like,
I don't want to live in Denver.
I don't want to go to Denver. What? No, I'm like, fuck. This is all falling apart. Right.
Yeah.
And then I used to drink at Saddle Ranch on Sunset
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, who didn't? And I had friends there, bartenders there, all sorts of shit.
AMFs?
Bro, you know what? I don't think, honestly, my entire life I've ever had an AMF.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
It's
Adios,
called Adios
motherfucker.
Motherfucker. And it's literally like vodka, gin, rum, tequila, and then blue curacao.
Blue curacao and sweet and sour. Not sweet and sour.
Yeah, it's sweet and sour. You
Sweet and sour?
put sweet and sour, and then you would splash the Sprite on top. But it's like 5 fucking alcohols.
Yeah.
The same thing as the Long Island iced tea, essentially. Long Island
Without the
tea is-
Coke.
yeah. And without the fucking blue, you use triple sec. And then
Right.
blue curacao is triple sec, but it's just blue. Did you get all that?
I don't drink, so.
So you used to bartend too.
Yeah. So that's what we're getting. So she basically was like, well, I'm leaving. And I was like, oh, I need a job. And then I asked this manager there, I was like, yo, can you give me a job here? Is there like dude, I don't care what I'll do, you know? And he was like, yeah, come in Friday.
At 3 a.m. or not?
I'll
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
protect
kidding.
your prostitutes, whatever you need.
Yeah. I could obviously
Or your
protect
wife, I don't
prostitutes.
know,
So
like-
I can take care of bartenders because I can protect prostitutes. It's the
This
same thing.
podcast has gone so south.
It has very, very, very
Started
good
in North
potential.
Chicago, always going south.
Yeah. So then he's like, yeah, come Friday. I come Friday. And then I come with my girlfriend at the time. And I was like, cool. Like,
You came with your girlfriend.
yeah. Which
It
is not
just-
normal because guys usually come before.
Right.
No?
Literally.
You know? So like,
Forget it.
So basically,
Too many drinks.
Yeah.
Mark, alcohol.
Sorry. So basically, I was like, cool. So I went Friday because my girlfriend at the time wanted a job too. So I think she'd come Friday. And so I get this, I go in there Friday and I was like, hey, I'm here. And this manager, this girl, her name is Elise. She's like, that's great. And I was like, I'm here. Pete told me, or whatever his name is, I forgot what it was, told me to come in Friday. He's like, he got fired.
Oof.
I was like, really? He promised me a job.
He gave me a job, yeah. So.
Yeah. And she gave me the job as a barback. And then I eventually went to a bartender and I worked there for years after that. But she gave me the job and she's still one of my really good friends because I was nice. And my girlfriend at the time wasn't. So she didn't give my girlfriend the job and gave me the job just because I was nice. But that whole situation was fucked because I was cool. I got this
Right.
job and then I ended up bartending for years. And then I was like, I just want to dance.
That's what you said.
And you shake your fingers while you did that.
Yes.
So inside.
He's shaking his fingers right now, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
So we know what everybody's hands are doing.
And not awkwardly at all.
Not at all.
Completely
Not at
normal.
all. It looks
Completely
actually really
normal.
normal, especially in that shirt.
Very, very in the shirt and the shorts.
So
So you still had that passion.
Yeah, because I would tell people, like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I dance, you know. But like, I was so fucking.
But you said it proudly. You,
Yeah,
you
I
didn't.
mean-
You didn't give a fuck. You just.
At this point, I wasn't so proud.
Oh, you weren't proud
Because he was-
because you weren't.
because it wasn't true.
Because it wasn't true. It was a fucking lie.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I can, if you pay me or you put me in a spot, like I've done work. I've worked in Hollywood at this point, you know. and I protect hookers. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Just kidding.
What's fucking greater than that?
I can do whatever you
I
can
can do whatever you can do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Just let me dance. But then there was Model Mayhem. Do you remember that website at all?
No.
It was like beginning of
Model Mayhem.
Yeah, it was like you'd put like models would put their shit on there and pictures. And it was kind of like MySpace, but for models, and people would get jobs. And then somebody hit me up off there, and you should hit this casting director. And then I hit this casting director up, and his name was Tony Gonzalez. Still like. He choreographed like all the Bring It On movies, the cheerleader ones and all
Bring
that
It
shit.
On. Yeah. Never saw any of those.
Same. And like,
You should.
Jaime seen them all.
yeah. I just remember like, no lies. I saw the first one. I forgot. I just remember this one where the guy puts his finger in a girl's. It's pretty funny. What would I do? I thought I didn't want to be a cheerleader when I was
Puts her
growing
finger
up.
in one. What are you saying? In her tea and her cake and
Honey,
her.
what is it called?
I don't know.
Starts with a V?
Jenner?
Yeah.
Oh, not even the butt, the
No,
giner.
the giner. Right?
Oh,
The giner.
straight in. And they showed in the movie?
Well, it was like
Wasn't that a kid's
she-
movie?
No, she did like
Implied.
this, like it's implied. Like she did like this, like hand
they were
sit,
like-
and he's on, and she's on like his hand,
Right.
And, like they're like dating,
Right.
And they're like, and he's like, and like it kind of looks like it, and she's like, oh, makes his face, and the finger.
Like,
went in there.
like, yeah.
It's in there, So, anyways, I go. And
I wonder if that was actually, acted to do that, or if that
was like an
really
improv?
happened. They're like, keep it like an improv. Exactly.
Man, like I promise you, at that time in my life, I would have done something like that.
yeah.
Oops.
I think I've seen just maybe like videos that people share of you in the beach body training, and you probably would have.
Yeah.
You pretty act out pretty much.
Now,
Yeah.
like
There's
all
no shame
listeners,
in my game.
what is this beach body thing that Jaime keeps talking about? Because I really don't know, and I'm sure the listeners don't know.
So Beachbody is obviously just a huge company. They have P90X, they have 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme.
Okay,
They have
I do know that.
a bunch of other workouts. They have meal like nutrition plans, portion fix, stuff like that. So I literally went to an audition and for this workout video, and I go there and I audition. I'm like, yeah, I can work out this. I work out. You know?
Yeah. You dance, you
Dude.
work out, you.
I was a fucking mess. It was so hard for me because I didn't jump with weights for 1 minute straight or for like 30 seconds and then take the weights down and jump higher for 30. Like, what the fuck is this stuff I'm doing? So I get this job. And then from then I was this character on the show, and they really liked me because I had like this huge beard and tattoos, and I was complaining, and I was like, this hurts. It was
Right.
I was like, I can't do it. And it was like this guy that looked buff kind of decently and macho enough to work out, and I was failing miserably. And these women at home are probably doing way better.
Is this where you met your wife?
No. Around the same time, yes, but it's not where I met her. So I met her like at a dance job before that. But and then I literally was like, fuck, this sucks. Anyways, I became this character.
So super challenging.
Super challenging. And then because of that character and everybody liked me, they kept bringing me back for all these workouts. And I literally have been doing it for like
Because the
6
character
years.
of, fuck, this is tough and
Yeah, well,
I'm
because
tatted
one of the guys called me Cupcake
right.
because I have a cupcake tattoo on my ankle. So I thought it'd be funny. And then the head trainer was like, Cupcake. And I'm like, fuck.
What's the story behind the cupcake?
It was my ex-girlfriend. Her name was Cupcake, and we broken up.
Her name
was
birth name was Cupcake?
no,
I was like, Jesus.
no, not at all. And it was
Where
like
was
I
she
got
from?
this tattoo, Venezuela. No,
Venezuela.
no. She was straight Mexican and German, I think. Mexican and German.
Cupcake. Where's the name Cupcake come from?
I don't know. She gave it to herself.
Oh, she gave it to herself.
I don't know. I don't know what it came.
Was it like a sexual preference or something?
I don't know.
Were you protecting her?
She wasn't a hooker. So no. I only protect hookers. Okay. There's a
But no
gray
idea where
line.
the cupcake name came from.
No, I actually never. She had a cupcake tattoo. Like it was her thing. I think if you really at the time you looked into it, a lot of girls were like Cupcake. I knew this one girl name was Cupcake Annie, and I don't know. I don't fucking know. So
Was she super hot?
yeah, she was hot.
Okay,
she was hot.
That's all. It doesn't matter.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was. You know what I mean? I'm like a swimming pool. I'm shallow, but I get deeper.
Oh,
what I'm saying?
nice.
You like that?
I did.
You like that?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah. So like
So
I
you had a
definitely
cupcake.
have. So I got this tattoo. We were fighting, and I was like, I'll never leave you again. I'm gonna show you how much I love you.
And you got a tattoo.
And I got the tattoo.
So you're a sucker for love.
Yeah, apparently I am.
Yeah.
which really fucks me right now because like I love people in general, like not just like that. Like I love like when I meet somebody, I'm like, I want to do something really nice for them. And my wife is like, stop doing that shit. Like not like in like a huge way, but she's like, it's good. You're doing everything. And then where are you?
Right.
You know, so find the balance between stuff like that. She's like, you're always so thoughtful. And like, I really fucking love people. And I don't know where the fuck that comes from. But like,
you think it's like a trauma or something that happened younger or something you were missing in life?
I never give a fuck. I mean, maybe.
Well, if you didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't be so nice and generous. But yet you're so nice and generous. You're so nice and generous that I don't think
it needs to be. It doesn't need to be a trauma. Maybe you want to keep around the people you like. That's.
I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. Like I have no idea where it came from. Like I was always like trying to figure shit out, and then once things started to kind of like figure out, and I wasn't thinking about myself, I was like, oh, okay. I have this ability to do all these things, and I'm like, I've fucked up so much shit, and I've been able to. I know so many things now because I've done so much fucked up shit that if like somebody's having a problem, I want to be like, no. I don't want you to feel the way I felt because it was horrible.
Right. No, I get that mentality, but that's also the same mentality that is, I want to help people out. I want to do this. I don't want people to deal with what I dealt with. But when you need help, you don't even want to ask for help because you can realize I could just do it myself, and that's how I am.
Yeah,
and I think that's a big problem too, because
it's hard to ask for help.
It's not fair.
Yeah,
it is hard to ask for help, but
it's weird.
It's
weird,
but it's only weird because we make it weird.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like
if we don't make it weird, because what I realize is, and I still haven't gotten good at it at all. Like I got some wood right here. I got to fucking do like 2-3 walls. I know I can call 4 or 5 people to give me a hand, but I'm not going to do it. More than likely, I'm going to struggle, do it by myself, lose my fucking mind, maybe do it backwards, and then have to redo it again because that's just what I'm used to.
Just putting a wall up.
Yeah, just putting a wall up, which should be simple, nice, easy.
Just like wood's like we would laminate floor.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, even easier.
Just measure like a quarter.
Right, cut the edges off.
No, but I mean, like everybody fucks up wood floors where it's like it's a straight line.
Right.
You can see that.
I did this. I did this.
Yeah, you get it.
I did this 100%.
Okay,
the only thing I had somebody do was the edges to connect to the walls because that got a little too complicated for me.
There's a tool for that. Especially, have you seen that thing? You push it up to the edge, and it's like one of those. Remember when you used to put your hand? Remember when you used to put your hand in there?
Yeah.
It's like a ruler that does that.
Yeah. I did see that. No.
But anyways,
I did all the middles and started off on this side. But my point is, actually, believe it or not, I learned this. I went to Pepperdine, and I learned it from Pepperdine. The first thing I learned in my first semester was people want to help.
Yeah, generally. Ask
for help.
Yeah.
Ask for help.
Feel important.
No, but you don't understand.
It's also a conversation we have pretty often because you might be really, really good at a bunch of things, but there might be somebody that is good at different things Jaime,
it has nothing to do with that. It has to do, it's almost more of a pride thing of like, you know what?
Yeah.
Instead of asking somebody because it's uncomfortable to ask or, getting into, feeling vulnerable or feeling like you can't do something, you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to figure it out. I know somebody. Jaime, you've seen how many businesses and how many websites and how many products and how many labels and brands I've tried to create. And I've changed it 1,000 fucking times. And it would have been so much easier if I would ask somebody like you or other people that I know that are similar to do it. But I won't do it. Well, nobody's going to be similar to you, but I won't do it because there's a part of me that says, fuck it. I know somebody could do it better, but I want to experiment. And I don't want to inconvenience anybody by asking them.
I just don't want to feel like I'm needy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I get what you're saying, and like I feel like needy. Like
needy's a great word.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many brands, to be honest, that hook me up. And I still feel weird asking them normal questions about their brand. It's like the weirdest shit. Like there's I fuck with Urban Helmets, right? And I started out with them because I had to do a nationwide shoot with the motorcycle, and I wanted them to see my face. So I knew my friend Colin. He worked
the same Colin? No.
Worked for them at the time, and I was like, "Yo, you have an open face? Let me. I'll borrow it for the shoot. I'll give it back. Like I don't want because I felt bad. Like I knew I could probably get it honestly, but I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'll give it back. And then I just did a bunch of shots with it, and I tagged them, and they were like, and then Colin was like, no, just keep it. And then I would just tag the brand, and then they were like, cool. And now they're like family. I'm wearing one of their hats. Like, and I recently, when this coronavirus hit, I actually bought shit because they wouldn't let me buy anything.
Right.
And so I feel bad. I felt bad buying shit.
They didn't allow you to buy stuff because they wanted to give it to you.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were really cool because they're like, you do a lot of stuff for us. I'm like, I don't do anything. Post on the internet. Like, it's not.
Yeah. No,
You know?
I get
but
that.
like,
We're
I
talking the same
can't
thing.
ask like for help. It just feels weird. Like, even if I feel like I have to buy it and then ask you for something, but I still feel weird asking. It's so weird. And
Right.
like you can't figure this out.
Yeah.
Like, or
But
what the fuck?
and it extends in such a far way that even, for example, you picked up the sissy bar and you were going to try to put it on the bike.
Yeah.
Right. And it didn't work out.
Right.
And then you're writing about, hey, it didn't work out. I'm looking for a sissy bar. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, what happened to the sissy bar? And what's going on with the sissy bar?
Right.
And I want to ask him, but I'm not going to ask him because I don't really care, but fuck it.
It feels like,
but I'm curious.
I just fucking gave you this sissy bar
Right.
that's brand new.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a scratch on it. And what the
And
fuck?
premium condition, and he's on a fucking group text that I'm on asking, hey, does anybody have a sissy bar? And
I didn't even think about it.
right, no,
You were in that group.
I didn't even think about the sissy bar. I totally forgot about it.
right. But the point is it's that same mentality where it's like, I don't need it, I don't care, whatever happened, fuck it. Maybe you sold it, maybe you didn't, maybe give it away, whatever happened.
Right.
It is what it is. But there's some people, that's how I am and that's how you are. But there's some people that be like, yo, what's going on with the sissy bar? What's going on with
because of fucking. But wait, so to interrupt, so how much better did it feel that I just gave you 2 bills? Because when I gave you the money, when I stepped in the first thing, I was like, man, I really had the shit. But look what I got for you.
So I gave you the sissy bar 2-3 months ago. You were trying it out. Then you left the fucking state. So imagine the back of my mind, like, did he fucking rob me? No, I'm kidding. So then
I was like, oh my God, you're really going through.
No, never. Absolutely. The only time it threw me off is when you were in the group text, like, hey, the sissy bar. And then I was like, hey, didn't I give you one? Didn't work?
Yeah.
And you didn't respond. That was a weird part. And then you show up here for the podcast and you open up your fucking wallet or whatever you opened up and you hand me fucking money. And I'm like, what's this for? You don't owe me fucking money. Did you make an order of Ride Clean or what do you want? No, this is your money. This is sissy bar. And I was like, wow, it's amazing. No, it felt amazing.
Yeah.
It really felt
That's
amazing.
even a cooler story that like you were like, because I forgot all about it. And like there's so many times where I was gonna be like, hey, I sold the sissy bar. I'm gonna give it to you, or just gonna Venmo you. And I was like, no, I'm gonna wait till I see him. I'm gonna hand him $200. Like, what the fuck? Because it'll be fun.
It was a what the fuck.
And it was like, man, I couldn't wait when he was like, oh, we do the podcast, and I was like, oh, that's it. Fuck yes.
And then he'll fucking say it on the podcast, and I'll be a fucking great person throughout the world.
Right.
Star.
I go from protecting hookers to selling your
fucker.
shit for you.
No, bro. That was
Man,
fucking
anybody need help? What was that?
Fist bump again.
All right, let's get back to the dancing. Let's get back to the dancing, the performance.
I mean,
But before that,
I mean,
because
this is
I
good.
feel like we're going higher and higher in age, and you haven't mentioned when did you start riding?
riding? I started riding when I was 20.
When you were
Dirt bikes, street
in
bikes.
LA
No.
already.
In LA. So I was like, man, I always really want to. Remember Ian, I told you about it, I did community service with. I met him at Brandon's
Right,
school. So
right.
there's a core group of guys. There was like, maybe 5 of us. Always went out. That was it. That was my crew, right? And is that carbon fiber on?
Yeah, that's carbon fiber.
Damn, that
It's
looks
a carbon fiber fender from Big Bear Choppers.
You know what's so
I put
funny?
on the Street Glide, and I did.
I was gonna get one like that for mine, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw carbon fiber here just to
Yeah,
see, And now I haven't done it, but fuck, that looks good.
It looks good, and I'll be honest. When I made the order, I kind of regretted it, and not only that, but it took like fucking 8 weeks to get it.
Isn't that
because-
place in Australia or some shit?
No,
Where is it?
no, they're
Right
here.
here.
They're here.
Where's the fucking? Why do I see videos? Of, who's that?
No,
Like
no,
in the
no, no,
mountains
no.
or something.
Or some shit?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're fucking. I
Sounds
don't
Australian?
remember
I don't
exactly where they're at, but it took them so long to get here. There was something with like a back order. Long story short, I started regretting getting it, and I was like, "Fuck, I want carbon fiber for the front," but then it's like, who only puts one piece of carbon fiber?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted to do that is because it's a 2020, and it's the S, so it's got kick-ass fucking rims, and the fender, the Harley stock fender, is so fucking big and bulky, and
Yeah.
it doesn't even go with that I ordered it. But anyways, I had regret, and
Yeah.
then it came in, and then Jaime installed it because I didn't think you could just fucking grab any regular drill bit and drill it. So he just got any
I
regular
feel like
drill
if
bit
he
and
had
drilled
like
it.
a pencil, he's like that guy in high school that could make a bong with anything.
Yeah.
He could just put.
But he doesn't know what a bong is.
Yeah, a bong.
He
You know what a
doesn't know
bong
what-
is? It's a smoking apparatus.
A smoking apparatus. That's
So-
awesome. So yeah, go ahead.
So
group of 5.
Yeah. So anyways, they teach me how to ride. So I get this fucking, yeah. So I get this, we're selling hot dogs out the back of the truck. No. So.
You were there.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh my God.
So, I don't know. I get this Ninja 250, a yellow one. I was like, I got a motorcycle.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ninja 250.
Classy.
Yep. Ninja
I think my
250.
first motorcycle was a Shadow. Was it a Shadow? No.
No,
No,
it was a Ninja. It was literally a Kawasaki.
Was it a Ninja
Ninjas.
Shadow or there was a Shadow?
No.
There was a Shadow, but like I don't know if that was Kawasaki.
A Shadow's a
Oh
cruiser.
no, Honda Shadow.
Oh yeah,
Shadow's a
that's
cruiser.
that's
and Ninja is a
a
sport bike.
Honda Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honda Davidson. Nice. No, it was like one of the street bikes. Anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, so I get that, and then they go to these industrial areas of Santa Clarita, and they're teaching me how to ride a motorcycle. They're in the back of a truck. I'm following them. They're showing me I can drive sticks. So I'm like, how hard can this be? I get my license. I start riding on the freeway. I'm like, fuck, this is scary shit. And then I was like, okay, I need a different bike because it's actually not safe. It's too small of a bike. Even the front tire, the back tire on that thing, the back tire is always bigger than the front.
Right.
Is not as big as like a 600's front tire.
Right.
And that's stupid. You get caught in a crack on the freeway, you're done. So
It's practically like a bicycle tire.
right. So then I went, and my buddy had a 2007 Honda 1000 RR.
Oof.
And he said I could take over payments, and I was like, tight. And he was like, he just told me this recently. He's like, man, when I gave you that bike, I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill himself. I went from a 250 to a 1000.
That's fucking so funny
Also in
and
a
fucked
sport
up.
bike. In a sport bike.
No, I know, but it's so insane how often friends do this to friends.
Yeah.
You know, because I did the same thing. But go ahead.
But like, so I went from that, and then I went and got, what did I have after that? I think he got that stolen, and then because he took it back, I don't know. I didn't even miss a payment. I think by a couple days, and he was fucking freaking out, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh no, I didn't have insurance yet. I was like, what the fuck's your problem? I'm like, I'm paying you. Shut the fuck up. Like, it doesn't matter, right? In my head. So then I go from that to I think it was a Gixxer 750. That bike was the shit.
Oh, which one?
A Gixxer.
Gixxer GSXR 750. That bike was the shit. Loved that bike. So good. I always wanted a Repsol, a Honda Repsol, but then that was it. And then I went from that, and then later on, I was like, man, I just want a fucking Harley. And then I had a friend of mine that used to build bikes, like kind of put a couple things together and build me a dyno. I had a 2002.
Oh, you went straight to a dyno.
2002 FXDX. It was weird, man.
2002 FX
DX. And then it went like the
FXDX.
handlebars were like a 10 and a half maybe. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I got to go through like mirrors and shit. I'm like, oh God, like it's fucking freaky. And then after a while, you just get used to it. And then you just turn. I was like, I want to get a cruiser, man. You just hang out, not ride like a fucking maniac. No, and then you get used to that. And then you turn into a fucking asshole on a different bike.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. And then it's just, I've been riding.
And that's
ever
the
since.
one you have, huh?
I have, I sold that one, and then I got a new one, and then I got the 2000 FXDX. I just like that bike. I really would like
It's a white glide, right?
Super Glide Sport.
Super glide.
Super Glide Sport.
This is Sport. I liked it because it came with a dual caliper and dual disc
On the
end.
front.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's really what I liked about it. I didn't like the engine size. It's like a little slower.
That's what, the 96?
No, it's 88.
88.
88.
But like the one I got,
What year did you say?
2000. Yeah.
2000. Was it 88 and 2000?
Even in 2002,
Yeah,
it
it
was
went,
88. Yeah.
look,
When did it go till?
103 started in 2016.
No, forget 103s. They had the 96.
Oh, the 96 in the
96.
middle.
That didn't start till after
2008.
05, maybe 2000. Yeah,
2008, I think. Or
Something like that.
07.
Oh, yeah, probably 2007, I think. The 96
It's a whole
CC.
10
Yeah.
years.
So they were boring out the 88s to the 95.
Well, I got the 96, 95 or 96, whatever it is. Like on mine, I got the Screaming Eagle parts. I bought it from Arkansas,
Yeah.
of all places. I had
Yeah, that
shipped
makes
out.
sense because I had the FXDXT 2003 anniversary edition gunmetal blue, and that was an 88
Sick.
board out to 95.
Yeah.
And then finally, I had some more engine work, but yeah, that totally
I
makes
like
sense.
my bike. It's just like a classic car kind of
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
Like that's why I like it. It's like I saw an old Mustang one day. I'm like, fuck, man, it's black and had a little bit of chrome. I'm like, that's nicely when it's clean. You know that guy like knows what to do with his money kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's how I want my bike. And I found this one and I was like, everything was there. I love that old school windshield. I think it's the shit. Like I saw it on an FXR one time and I was like,
Are you excited for your new windshield?
oh, from Memphis Shades?
Yeah.
I just got mine. I fucking love it. You see it? That's
No.
the Memphis shade right there on the streak line.
Yeah, the top of it. Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, look, it makes it look so much meaner.
Yo, like I can't tell you, I was literally up at night thinking about it when you I was like, I couldn't sleep, and I was like,
Did his come in already or no?
No, he didn't. They didn't have. So we kind of made up a product, and we told them that we wanted.
We kind of made up a product.
Yeah,
What do you
they
mean?
didn't have it in their website. We just kind of in the.
yeah, they didn't have a clear, like all clear,
Shield.
Rio Grande like windshield, right?
Yeah,
there was
like-
like a smoke.
Right.
And I sent you a picture
So-
of that FXR that had when there was a smoke, and it was fucking nice.
When we got the order,
So they made a custom order for you guys.
they just
Accidentally.
answered me back saying, "Hey, we don't make this. Can you just pick one that we make?"
Yeah.
And we were looking at images of the ones that they have, and he's basically in love with any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I went from like the real dark to the clear, and I thought the gradual, but like, and I thought it was cool. But then when I saw that the smoke is not that, it's pretty clear. But I didn't believe it from the picture because
What's
the
it called?
picture
The
didn't-
solar, right?
the solar, it didn't do it justice on the website.
Yeah.
And then when I saw it on one of their stories on Instagram, I was like, that's fucking dope. Like that looks cool, but like,
Yeah.
and I also like it had the FXR.
So
had
you're
like
looking for a functional slash.
yeah,
look
because
slash-
definitely, man. I want to feel like a fucking kite on my motorcycle.
Right.
Like I want like
Right,
that
clarity.
there, and I want it to look like the way I want it to look. I want it to look kind of old school and like, because I'm gonna keep that fucking bike. My last one I sold, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it. If I need to do engine work to it later or get something faster or
Yeah.
get a bagger or whatever, I want to start keeping bikes instead of like
Yeah.
or a BMW.
Shout out
guys-
to
I'm
BMW.
whispering-
Jeff. I don't know how much BMW is paying Jaime, but it's been brought up in every fucking podcast. And
Listen,
I wish I knew.
Let me tell you something. BMW, if you're out there, I don't have one. I'll take one. I
think that-
I will
I think
literally.
where
Where can
I
they
will
find you?
lit-
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's at Noah Papi, Papi. That means daddy.
In Espanol?
En español.
I mean, it was. So, you can get at me.
I don't know.
Let me know.
Oh, he knows Poppy. Why they? Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, he looks like it right now.
no.
That's you.
I was trying to get to a joke. I'm learning how to like coast into a joke instead of
right.
just dropping them.
So
that was good. I feel pretty good about that. I was
So now we know.
scared.
Now we know you know how to write. And then how do you meet your wife?
So my wife and I met on a job when we both had significant others at the time. And we went in a tent and no, I'm just kidding. So his face started to drool a little bit. He was like, this story is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm here. Okay.
This is
so
what-
I met her and I talked to her, there's tons of dancers on this job. And she had like the side of her head shaved. You've seen that? Like she was like one of the ones that
Like
kind
all
of
fucking rocker chick,
yeah,
badass.
and
I don't
like-
give a fuck.
And I was like, man, this chick fucks. She's awesome. Like, she's hot. Like, so, and I ended up talking to her, just hanging out.
Right.
Like, for whatever reason, we're on the fucking job. She was a total bitch. She didn't talk to me. She didn't give a fuck. And I was like,
Zero fucks.
She didn't give zero fucks. Yes, there we go. So then we ended up doing this. It was literally this guy's mansion party, and we're dressed up in Victorian shit that we got from like
That sounds
this
fun.
costume store in Venice. It's really cool. Like sometimes you get to do a lot of cool shit as a dancer.
Absolutely.
And go to cool places and sometimes it's just not. But
most times.
But most of the times it's pretty fucking awesome.
I would imagine.
Right. So then we end up doing this like photo booth thing with a bunch of other friends. And then later on years, I saw her at this dance event and I was like, man, who is this chick? Like I have a thing, like, I don't know what it is, but if you can't walk in heels as a woman,
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Doesn't
How
work.
special, nothing. Bye. I'm like, did you walk in
Check
like
you later.
Yeah, and like I have a problem. Like I have this thing. I don't do it so much anymore, but I look at you and I look at your shoes.
Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah. Don't look at Jaime's
I'm-
shoes.
I'm-
You
hiding
can't,
my
you
legs
can't
right
even
now.
look at his shoes. I've already seen them and I already know what they are.
Let me see your
Okay.
shoes. You're wearing flip flops, but
I'm
cool ass
wearing
fucking,
Adidas slides. Have you ever had these? Have you put these on?
No. Fucking amazing.
Take off your Balenciaga shoe.
Ew.
GS accident.
I mean,
That's
you could
what
probably still sell
that's
those.
what you get.
Step on that.
That's pretty fucking. Shout out to Adidas flip flops for making
Cloud foam, is it?
cloud foam. Holy shit! I like
you
it.
want to step on one?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
you
I'm
want the
good.
right
Thank
foot?
you, man. I'm good. I'm
You
good.
sure? You already have the shoes you could take on and off easily.
I know.
Birkenstocks. That's what his feet are doing. So So anyways, I was like, man, this chick is fucking hot. She can walk. I'm like, God damn, what's up? So I'm just going to talk to her. So I go and talk to her.
Somehow you were surprised that a dancer can walk.
Yo,
On heels, on
I
heels.
promise you, there are so many dancers right now that can't walk in heels.
Yeah.
They can't dance in heels. Listen, when I tell you about the shoe thing, women, they don't even know how to wear heels.
Yeah.
I had to teach my sister that she was getting this heel. I go, that's too big for you. She's my foot feels comfortable. I go, that's how you know it's too big for you.
Yeah.
She's like, what? I'm like, you're literally gonna spread the shoe's gonna open up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
It's going to expand.
it's gonna expand. It's
Your
gonna,
foot's going to expand.
right. Like everything's
You're
gonna
drinking,
Right.
depending how long, gravity, blood.
Yeah, what happens is you're going to fall down into your heel and things are going to work out. This case scenario, when you do that with a shoe that actually fits when you buy it, you're going to have a gap in your heel.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look at you like you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Silly fucking
And a lot of,
goose.
I don't know. It's just one of the things. And especially because my wife is all about heels and she's a heels teacher and she's like, can literally like probably play baseball in heels or some shit. But anyways,
Baseball and heels.
I don't know, man. She's fucking insane. She can literally like, she was pregnant.
Fucking heels are
Dancing
so fucking
fucking
sexy.
heels.
Am I
what
tripping?
I'm
But
saying.
you don't see
No.
women in heels anymore.
No, because they don't know how to fucking walk.
They don't know how to fucking walk.
Especially in LA. You just everybody wants to
I
go
think
in
especially
sweatpants
everywhere.
and-
No, but don't get that. I mean, fuck, forget
Sweatpants
LA
and
for a
heels?
second.
Fuck yeah.
I go to Spain
I haven't
and-
seen heels.
In Spain, everybody wears them all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I was at
I
Spain
believe
not
it,
too long
but I mean,
ago.
like, they have a lot
I
of-
didn't see heels.
Whatever, bro.
It's like,
Whatever,
I'm gonna give you
bro.
2 arguments, and then after that, I'm gonna whatever you, bro. I'm
drop
gonna,
it.
Challenge
I'm just gonna
not
drop it.
accepted.
Yeah, you can challenge me twice, and that's it. And then
That's
I'm done.
it, man.
So then I get her number eventually, and then for 3 months, I'm like, hey, you want to hang out? Like nothing crazy, but just hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? And then she had just broken
3
up.
months, but that's today.
Well, she wasn't ready to, I think she was still. She just broke up with her boyfriend, so she was still fucking probably. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
broke up and you're like,
Definitely know what you're saying.
so I always mess with her about that. And I was like, nah, it's okay. You weren't.
Not now. No. I'll
We
wait.
know what it's like. Okay. We're all adults here. Let's not be a dick.
Of course.
So then she eventually calls me. She calls me during that beach body thing that I was doing and I was dead. I couldn't move. And she's like, you want to go hiking? And I was like, no.
but I
no,
will, but
no,
I will.
fucking don't.
Wait, are you going in heels?
Because then yes. No.
But you really were that exhausted that you would say no?
I almost said no, but out of my head, I'm like,
You
if I don't hang out
almost
with this
said
girl,
no.
because if I don't hang out with this girl, I'll never see her again. I've been talking to her. This is how that shit goes. You know what I'm saying? The girl that you like only wants to fuck, and the girl that you want to fuck wants a relationship.
Right.
It's just this weird thing.
It's
that
math.
fucking happens.
Science.
It's science, you know? So like, that's how it like, it's not always the way it is right now. I'm very advocate about good things and people and love and all that shit.
Yeah,
obviously.
peace,
But, like,
harmony.
That's how I felt. So I was like, all right, so I'm going to hang out with this girl and we do Runyon and I had her pick me
I
up.
love Runyon, by the way.
It's so good. Right?
Runyon Canyon, Los Angeles. Try it out.
It's fucking amazing. Both sides are really good. You got.
Actually, there's 3
Never
sides.
been.
Yeah, he'll never go.
I don't think you would ever go. I would never ask you to go hiking. You know
have
that?
to walk for that.
I was like,
Oh, and bad. If you take the right route, it could be very, very
yeah.
extreme.
So like, then we go and get this. So I didn't have a fucking license at the time.
Driver's license.
Yeah, because I got a DUI.
Yeah.
And
We all have.
yeah,
Except for Hyman. Because he doesn't drink.
look at you. Just
Number 1 or number 2?
number one, number two. Just want to know
DUI.
how much time I have. One. I'll never get a fucking another DUI.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Too
shit.
expensive. It's fucking terrible.
Just-
As he drinks a beer.
I'll never get another
He,
DUI.
he took a fucking Uber here. Drinks to that.
yeah, I'm gonna drink to that.
Yeah, continue.
And then
And then I'm going to grab 2 more.
Yeah, and then I have my Starbucks coffee that's next to me.
That's right. Chaser.
And I've
So
got enough
you
with its hand
did
sanitizer
run
down
in
my throat.
You did run in Canada.
So, but anyways, I asked her to pick me up. Big fucking no-no, because you don't ask a girl to pick you up. It's like, what are you doing?
You're not
You don't have a
supposed
job?
to,
Not
but
supposed
what's
to.
wrong with that? But anyway.
I mean, yeah, we can get into that, but like the point is that for the story, she goes to her roommate at the time. She's like, this motherfucker just asked me to pick him up. Is he crazy? And
I love how women think.
right, but I just did a job with her roommate,
Yeah.
a dance job, and she was like, wait.
She was like pro Noah.
She was like this. She was like, wait, I think he has a problem with his license because he was asking for a ride for the job and he doesn't have a license. He doesn't have a car. Like, he has a problem. And she's like, oh. And
That's
then she's
different.
like, okay. And then
Oh, he's
picks me up.
troubled.
So like, if it wasn't for her getting my
He's
bag,
troubled. He's got a DUI. Oh,
she had to-
he sounds hot.
I can fix him.
He just got. I could fix him. I could fix him. We figured it out.
I can fix him.
Yeah.
This is my chance.
I got a car. I got a license.
She literally drove me to jail like 3 times
She drove you to
because I had
jail
to do
or
jail
out of jail?
I had to do jail time. for the DUI.
Yeah.
Well,
you had to do jail
long?
time?
Because
that wasn't your first DUI.
It was
Don't
because
lie.
no, I swear to God, this is the reason why. Because I'm not gonna fucking pay you any money. You want to do jail time? You want to pay this fine? Put me in fucking jail. Your jails are overcrowded. I'll be out in a couple days, bro. I didn't even do jail time.
How long?
I didn't even do any.
She drove you to jail
She jailed me to jail 3 times, and I went to go there to do my time. And it was supposed to be a week, but I'm like, I'll be out in like 2 days, 3 days tops, right? And then I go. Then they go, you want to set up for this barbecue and help us out? We need help every year, and there's nobody to help us. And then we'll scratch your time. I go, yes.
Yeah.
That happened to me twice.
And that was it?
Because I went to jail. Then they were
So
like,
you didn't serve any hard time, a day, 2 days,
I didn't
3
have to,
days?
because
Well,
I
when you got
ended up-
arrested, you weren't there for 2-3 days before you went to the...
no, I was there. I got arrested and then let go. Get this. This is so fucking like, I get in this DUI, right? I hit this guy, I black out. I'm like, all this shit happens. OnStar, I have a BMW. Shout out to BMW again.
And shout out to BMW.
Safest car in the
Cars.
world. I actually,
OnStar, they don't have OnStar.
I don't know what it's called. What is it
OnStar,
called?
Chevy, and GM, you fucking liar.
What is it called? Fuck you. What's it? I don't
The
fucking know.
SOS, the
Whatever,
BMW.
the fucking BMW SOS.
Yeah, you
Either ways,
fucking-
listen.
Shout out to Sync Counts.
Shout out to
SOS.
BMW's SOS systems.
Yeah, OnStar. What are we doing with our hands?
OnStar, we're in quotation fingers. I don't know.
So basically, I've always, you know how you want to press a little red button?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tempting.
Yeah, so-
because it has the little panel. You have to push the panel.
You have to push panel, and then
you
it
have to push
opens
the-
up, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god,
You feel like
oh
a
yeah.
fucking, you're flying a jet all of a sudden.
Right. That's what I was gonna
Fucking
say.
Good design.
So I get in this
BMW.
fucking horrible accident. I wake up.
You get in an accident. You
Yeah.
use the button.
And I wake up, and they go, hello, have you been hurt? I'm like, what
You
the
used the
fuck is that?
button? They
No,
called you?
They called me and I have to use the button. But
What
because I
BMW
wanted
was
to-
this?
it was a 328.
328. What year?
Oh my god, what the fuck?
It works. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it works.
Yeah, but like they call me right away. I didn't have to call them. And then, but while I'm fucked up, I go, this is my chance. And I press the button anyways because I want to
they're on the line.
They're on the line, but I don't care. But I haven't got a chance to press this fucking button.
Did it
And this
disconnect
is like
and call
taboo.
again?
I could never press this button in my life ever again.
Yeah. That's the only time.
Press it a few
Did
times.
it disconnect the person that was helping you and get a new one?
No,
or
she said, do you need an ambulance? I was like, no. She goes, do you need a tow truck? I'm like, yes. Comes the, right? Cops come.
Whoa.
Give me a DUI thing, right?
Yeah.
Tow truck comes to pick up the car. The cop goes, that was quick.
The tow truck comes to pick up the car. The cop says that was quick.
Right.
The cop says
The
that.
cop is going to tow the car and impound it.
Yeah.
In his mind, because that's what you do.
Right.
And then you're fucked for that. But no, BMW picks up my car before the city does.
Nice.
So he thinks it's the city, but it's actually
Nice.
BMW who
Yeah.
picks up my car, who drops it off into the valley. I have fucking gap insurance. I got paid $800
Face bump.
to get in an accident. I got paid my money back that I pretty much paid for that
So
car.
why wouldn't you apply this to the fucking to avoid jail and going to the prison? You were just like, I'm pocketing this.
I had no fucking. I got fired right after that.
You got fired because of the DUI, of course.
Well, it wasn't because of DUI.
Somehow
because
he
I,
didn't show up to work.
no, because I got fired because I had an attitude problem, and like here's the thing: like at the time, if I ran in my head Saddle Ranch bar,
Yeah.
because I was a bar back, I had the cooler organized, I had Excel spreadsheets, I did the liquor orders Tuesdays and Thursdays. I worked 6 days a week at that bar. I organized everything. I put the protocol in for how bartenders, barbacks do everything.
Right, you did all the management.
So then a manager comes in who's never been there before and goes, this is how we do it. I go, you can go fuck yourself. This is how it's done because it's clean, it's efficient, it works.
It's effective.
Right. And you don't have to do anything here. That's great. You just go, is everything cool? And I go, no or yes. And then you get the fuck on because I'm here to help you.
Yeah, you continue finger banging so and so in the back.
Yeah, and shut the fuck up and go. But then it wasn't like that.
Right.
And then then I would just be like, after a while, I'm not gonna tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because
That's normal. That's what you're supposed to do. But you know what's weird is when you tell somebody to shut the fuck up, like they don't shut the fuck up. People don't like being told shut the fuck up.
No, because then they want to tell you to shut the fuck up and be the
and
one to
that's-
tell you.
Right. But I don't think it's ever worked like shut the fuck up and somebody's actually shut the fuck up, with your spouse or family.
That'd be so funny. I just thought of it.
Shut the fuck up and they shut up.
Shut the fuck up and they go
Quiet.
and then they walk away. I'd be like,
That's not gonna happen.
I look at somebody next to me. Like, can you yell at me
you
for
yell?
a second? Because this feels fucking weird.
very-
I haven't finished.
It's awkward. I still have so much more. I got to talk about your parents.
Yeah.
So you went to the Run Cannon.
Oh yeah, and then
Thank you, Jaime.
thank you. And then eventually we started. There's a couple more serendipitous moments in there
Yeah.
that she likes to tell that are just crazy. But
We're gonna have to get her on.
yeah,
She doesn't write.
She doesn't write down.
Wait, go ahead.
She actually does. She got her license.
Oh, he did.
She got it just before she was pregnant and was pissed she
She
couldn't
did
ride.
the classes.
Yeah, because Harley was doing this influencer program, so I was getting Harley every 30 days.
Yeah.
Whatever Harley, I was like, hey, what do you guys got? And I was getting Harley every 30 days. And then they were like, do you know anybody that wants to ride? And
Or
they
learn how
want
to
women.
ride.
And I was like, yeah, my wife. So
So you guys didn't.
they put her through the Harley school.
And then she got the license. She did the
she got the
written
license
test?
and everything like that. She had her permit before. She did it with a sport bike. And
You guys just had a baby right now, right?
yeah, he's just over 3 months.
I've only met your wife
3 months. He's 3. No, he's not 3 months.
Yeah,
He's 3
bro,
months.
he's 3
Is it
months.
only 3 months?
Yeah, like what was it? Like,
Congratulations, by the
thanks.
way.
When
But
was
it's
I at
only
your
3
house having that best coffee in the world?
I don't know. I thought it was fucking more longer than 3 months ago.
No,
more longer.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's how we spoke English.
that's Espanol English.
Ah.
Spanglish.
Jaime is correcting my English. That's hilarious. Thank you.
So,
Well, even a blind squirrel can find a nut. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
I
so,
always like saying that line.
so she will tell
worked.
you a couple of details, but continue the story with your wife, bro.
And then they went hiking.
And then there was
That's the
no. And then
fucking
after that,
end.
and then there was
they
a
had
couple
kid.
moments. And
Well, I
then she
guess
was
I
like,
know that everybody that would listen to Cupcake here speaking, they would want to know the love story of how the fuck did they show up later. in
Okay,
the
so
beach
basically,
club.
like it's like
Body.
this, like okay, and then there was I was talking to this one girl while I was kind of talking to her, but this one girl I
Does she
did
know?
she did.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to this woman, regardless of what the fuck happens.
Yeah. What
Like
the
I had a
situation
bad
is.
relationship just before her, and it was like, okay, if I don't fix something, I'm never gonna succeed in this level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got to get over myself. So I did a bunch of shit to do that. And
Wink.
Good call.
I mean knows what I'm
call.
talking about. But
and I don't. But I saw the wink. He
It's
did
okay.
wink.
We could talk about it
don't
later.
film him.
There's
No.
no way. No.
Part
we
two.
could- Part 2. Yeah. But anyways, and then God, I don't know. I don't want to fucking tell all this shit. So basically, one time she was like, "Listen," she was at my house and she was like, "This is like the third serendipitous moment." She was like, "If you want me to leave, I'll leave. If you don't, I'll stay. But if I stay, this is fucking happening."
And I'm
was like-
staying forever.
And I was like, I can't make that decision right now because I was fucking scared.
Yeah.
You know, I told the
So
other.
she basically wanted you to commit.
She was like, you know what,
Babies.
I'm gonna stay. She loved me. She didn't really love people. She didn't want marriage. She didn't want kids before. She's
Yeah.
not that chick.
Yeah.
Right. But she was like, for some reason, she was like, I love this man. He's my husband. It's weird.
All right.
You know? And then it was like, became this thing. And then she just stayed. And we've been together ever since. And it was like this
How long you guys been together now?
almost 6 years in July.
Fucking
it'll be 6 years.
congratulations. You guys
Thanks.
are a great couple, by the way.
It's fun, right?
You guys are, what you guys do on TikTok and your Instagram and your social media is outstanding. You guys are a great couple.
Thank you. It's Claude and Noah V for
Outstanding.
TikTok. And Claude is 0 fucks with Claude on her Instagram. And mine
it
is
zero
Noah Poppy.
fucks?
0
That-
fucks with Claude.
that
I
you
think
put
it
fucks?
is. She, yeah.
That's awesome.
Listen, it's awesome.
Amazing.
Outstanding.
So, but yeah, it's fun, man. It's like super cool. Like I don't really have like real. I mean, there's some issues. Everybody has issues, but I was like,
But that's normal.
Yeah, and it's like you just gotta look at it and go, I'm not gonna fucking quit. I'm not gonna fuck this up.
That's
You
what it's
know?
about. That's
like
the attitude.
it's not about like the perfect fucking relationship. We have a really good relationship, but like if I want to succeed at being like, and I tell this to everybody, everything's the same.
Yeah.
If you look at it, being a fucking lawyer, riding a motorcycle, relationship, all this other shit. If you're gonna fucking do it, don't be a bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Commit.
Like come
Commit.
do it. Take pictures on your motorcycle if you want to. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? You do.
You commit, and you
Yeah.
you got to take full responsibility, and you got to be
Wink.
you got to be very very aggressive on what you do.
Right.
And if your relationship is fighting and arguing and disagreement, well, you got to take the bigger road and say, I got to keep this together.
Yeah, and learn how to fix something.
And
You
learn
know
how
what I'm
to
saying?
fix
Like if
anything.
you can't, if there's no
Anybody
mechanic,
can
if your-
quit. Anybody can.
If your bike goes down, you're okay. A couple times it's going to go down. You're going to be in that situation where mechanically it goes down, and you don't know how to fix it. But then there's a couple times where you're going to go through those problems, and then eventually you're going to be like, I can fix this shit myself.
I can take
I've got
care
a
of it.
Snap-on toolkit right here
That's
that I
right.
just got from a long
it.
time ago.
I just found it.
You know what I'm saying? Comedy's about bringing it back. I mean,
Noise.
That's what
Nice.
it's all about.
Yeah.
Improv.
so I'm trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? I took 101 at UCB.
Comedy?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking
I used to do
awesome.
comedy.
I thought it was really funny. And then I
didn't
did
like the
comedy and I
classes.
was like,
Comedy was funny?
no,
interesting.
there's rules. And these rules
Yeah,
are
but
not funny unless there's these rules. But if you really know the rules, you're hilarious.
Right. No, but that's the thing. And I'll just throw this real quickly in. Man, so much stuff you brought up that I want to talk about, but I'll just talk about the comedy side of it.
Do it.
We did the class. A good buddy of mine, Dean Del Rey, which still does comedy now, has actually signed on the front wall of the Comedy Store. He has a podcast. He's a very cool cat. We were working at Harley together, and from there we went into comedy because the dealership closed down, moved away. Anyways, we were collecting unemployment checks. Nice. We got our fucking money. We did the class. The class was okay. I kind of found it useless once I got out of the class, because then I started going into open mics.
Oh, dope.
Open mics are so much better to get into comedy versus like a class. Because a class, you have rules and structure.
But like you got to learn that structure so you can.
There's certain structures you got to do. Maybe I wasn't happy with the one I went to. I went to one in Santa Monica, but
here's the thing that you could think about this. If you didn't know the structure, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said something really cool one time. It was like you got to he says many cool things. So he's talking about you got to break the fucking rules. Right. And I think that it's very important. You got to confuse the muscle too. Exactly. So you got to. If you know your basics, break them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't know your basics, there's people that succeed and you don't need to, but if you really know your fucking basics and then those are the rules you fucking break. You know what I'm saying? And then that makes you a fucking G. Like, so you could have been really, really good at what you did because you were like, fuck these rules, I hate them. But because you knew what they were and you had the knowledge of some idea back in your head, and you were like, okay, you were that much more relevant in the situation because you were like, I've got this. I don't know. It's like I think of weird shit like that. It could be completely fucked, but that's my thought process.
That sounds to me like you know what you don't know. But you don't know what you don't know. Bro, exactly. Bro, we're at an hour and 28 minutes.
I have one more question that he's not going to escape.
No?
Scientology.
Get him.
Scientology.
Oh, that's right.
What about it?
How'd you get into that?
How did you get into that?
And how crazy is it?
When did you get into it? And why?
I'll tell you before because I really want to know more. This is all I know. Yeah. All I know is I got a buddy of mine. He's trying to discover himself, and he tried Santeria, like Cuban Santeria. Jesus. He tried different religions. He tried Scientology. He tried a lot of shit. Yeah. He's just trying to find a place. Right. But he said Scientology kind of fucked him up because they were very welcoming. Right. And they sat him down and they interviewed him and they wanted him to speak about stuff he didn't want to speak about. Right. And he didn't, I'm this, I'm that, I did this, I regret this, I shouldn't have done that. And they were writing it down and keeping notes and everything else. And then it got to a point where he didn't feel comfortable anymore and he wanted to get out, and they were using that against him. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, they're using that against him. But that's all I know. I don't know anything else other than that.
Here's the thing. Like, if he's in that situation, like, regardless of Scientology being the subject, if you were to hear that about anything, you'd be like, okay, bro, did that really happen to you? Or is that your version of the experience?
But
you know what I mean?
But he was trying to get out.
But there's no getting out or getting in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Like, that's what, I guess the point. Like, you don't get out or get in. Yeah. You either fucking ride a motorcycle or you don't. Or you try it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like anything else. There's taboo shit just connected to it, right? But there's always taboo shit connected to religion or whatever.
But he was legitimately saying, I'm trying to get out and they're calling me and they're throwing stuff that I told them in private back at me. And they're kind of using this against me to be forced.
Right. But have you ever talked to somebody who tells a story that you already know and you go, man, you just are fucking that up? Like, you're embellishing a little bit. Like, your pain and suffering in your mind about what you told somebody that you think is so secretive or so, like, I could tell you that I killed somebody and be cool with it. And I can tell you and be like, don't fucking tell anybody.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
But like the difference is if I'm telling you, hey man, you can't leave this this studio / garage. You can't leave this studio because I know you killed somebody, or I know you had a DUI, and they use that. I don't. Again, I don't.
But I would be like, then fucking try and make me. But instead of like, don't let me leave.
Right. But but the problem is I'm talking about somebody, and I'm not saying names here, but I'm talking about somebody that's obviously weak-minded. and they were finding a place. And because they were put in the situation, you can say, hey, fuck off. I told you that, but so what?
Right.
I told you and 3,000 more people.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Right.
Who gives a
but
shit?
there is a lot of people that are weak-minded and they can't really...
but that means...
Anyways, let's talk about your experience.
No, but it's okay because... No, it's good. It's a good point because they're going to be weak-minded in every area and every dynamic of their life.
Of course.
You know, so like when they're telling you a story and they're being your friend or whatever it is, their story is not going to be anything but weak-minded or from the viewpoint of a weak-minded
100%.
person. So then they're going to viewpoint this story with, I'm weak. And you're going to viewpoint that story like, whatever, man, I don't give a fuck.
So
I'm not
what,
going back.
Right, that's the
what's your
victim.
story?
My story is this. My parents like got into it when I was younger and I was like, this is...
Oh, it went that far back.
Well, it was my dad had a business and he found this company that helped with business. Because there's also business technology that's like fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
That LRH developed and everything that helps like unbelievable statistics and all this other shit. Anyways, it's pretty cool shit. So then they're having marital problems and my mom's like, do you have anything for marriage? And then they were like, yes, we do. It's called Scientology. And they're like, cool. And then but they're going into the church back and forth. And I'm like, fuck this. This is stupid. Like, what am I doing?
You were going with them or you were seeing from the outside what your parents were dealing with?
Both.
Right.
And I was like, I just don't fucking care, you know? Yeah. But like I would go in.
You're in LA or in Chicago?
No, I'm in Chicago.
Chicago.
And then I go back and forth on it. And then I read some books, do some courses, stuff like that. I'm like, cool, that's whatever. You know, I don't really give a fuck. You know, and then I'm in LA and I'm like, okay.
Did this help with your career by any chance?
Yes.
Okay.
But not in a way.
Yeah. No,
I feel like you're asking, but like, so it's like
Dr. Evil Pinky.
Yeah, Dr. Evil Pinky. That's what's happening. I mean, stop talking about our hand signals. So
go ahead.
So, and then I got to a point where I was like, I don't know what to do with my life, but if I'm going to fucking die. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
wait, I'm going to die because
like
of a current situation?
Yeah,
or
because I'm doing
too
much shit. Like I'm drinking. Like I don't give a fuck. I'm making bad decisions. I don't know
being
how
irresponsible
to get out of things. Right. And I go, okay, what do I know? Okay. I know that this stuff works or whatever.
What stuff?
Scientology.
Or help your parents.
Or helps my parents and helps people and has, right? And I don't care if you fucking go.
So you had a proof of concept.
Yeah. So I don't care if you find Buddha, do whatever you do, right? Any help is great. So then I go, okay. So then I started to get into it. And the more and more I apply it and the more I learn, it's just common sense shit. Yeah. You know, but it's like not everybody learns.
Usually is.
Yeah, not everybody learns common sense shit. You know, like I learned a lot about ethics. And it's cool because now I have like this outline where I know how far I can push.
Right.
Without fucking shit up. And that helps me be successful in work and my career and different things like that. I mean, there's tons of books on relationships.
Absolutely.
Communication. Like what money, it doesn't fucking matter. But like Scientology just means knowing how to know.
Right.
That's it. It doesn't fucking mean anything. They don't trap people. I've literally told people there, fuck you. Like it, you know, I would never do it again because it's disrespectful in general for people that are like giving up all their time to help you. Yeah. But like, it's like this, like, not everybody that is helping you in every area, like at the grocery store, is going to be a nice person. Or going to know how to apply. Like, so you can't look at one person that has helped you and be like, they are Scientology, right?
Right.
They are Joe Blow who works there, who has a problem with people. Yeah. And he is in the area that deals with people. Okay, so somebody put him in the wrong area, but how do you find out until you just put them in an area and say, how does he do? So
not only that, but people have a bad day or people have, it's like when you're driving in traffic and your car's driving slow and it's not a Prius, you're like, this fucking asshole's like fucking with me, but you don't know if their family members died or if they lost their job. You don't know what's going on.
Or they're drunk.
Everybody's different.
It's like, not everybody's fucking the same, man. Not everybody's like,
different.
You can't look, if somebody read all the books on Scientology and did all the courses and stuff like that, and they would look at you and go, are you gonna leave? And you go, yeah. I'd be like,
good.
Okay.
There's the door.
I'll see you later. I've got 50 other people that want to be here that want my help.
Right.
Right. As opposed to wasting all this time with you, who I know is just not going to do anything, which is fine because that's respectable because you're you and you can make your own decisions. You're a human being. You're an adult.
Absolutely.
But some adults aren't adults.
No, most of them are not.
Right. And so in your friend's case, we don't really know.
We don't know the situation. Right? We only know what he perceived to understand and get. And again, I told you from the very beginning, he went through multiple different religions and everything else. I think I think what I would say to this is, I don't have a problem with anybody believing anything.
Right.
I have a problem with somebody that doesn't believe in anything.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? So whatever your religious is, whatever belief you have, as long as there's some kind of ethical, this is good, this is bad, this, whatever.
Right.
When you believe in something,
that's the point.
You have those guidelines.
Yeah,
and however it's delivered. But the people that don't believe in anything, those are the people that worry me. Because they have no rules, they have no regulations, they have no limits.
There's no telling what they can or can't do or what willing to
do.
They're
capable of anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Hi, man. We good?
We're good, man.
Noah, please let us know once again where we can find you. Let us know what's your hashtags and whatever.
You can find me on Instagram at Noah Poppy, TikTok, Claude and Noah V. Claude is spelled like Claude, by the way. It's French Canadian.
You can go ahead and spell it.
CLAUDE. 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 And I think that's it. I think I'm on Facebook, Noah Valinsky. That's it, right? I think those are the handles I have.
I think that's enough.
I think I have Twitter, but I don't use it.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Well, that's perfect,
like that. You could find me every once in a while on Los Pepes.
We'll need to bring you back. It seems to be too many other stories that we need to.
I have way too many stories. This is not just a one-time thing.
Absolutely not.
I was surprised I was cut off at this time.
Yeah, we'll definitely bring you back to the podcast. We did an hour and 38 minutes. This is officially the longest podcast that Ride Balance has done. Thank you for being here, and we'll do it again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Fist bump.
And that's it for this episode. Thank you so very much for listening. If you liked it, please make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, on everywhere. Wherever you're listening to this, there's a subscribe button. Please click on it. It helps the podcast. It helps the guest. It helps all of us. And make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ride Boundless to see amazing pictures and contents and videos of the people we are speaking to. Until then, see you next week. Ride safe, ride hard, ride boundless.